we're here again to make a video because we are in June. Today we're checking in with ourselves so that we can go ahead and make sure that we are moving towards our goal. I am 7 months into my 2 year plan. This is why 2 year plans are so necessary. It might seem like it's a really long time, um, and when you're used to living day by day, you're like, 2 years? Whoa. Like, a lot of us are in survival mode. A lot of us don't even know if we can make a 2 year plan. My 24-year-old self 6 months ago was like, Haley, please, we need this, and I want to see this, and that sooner than later. Okay? Time's gonna keep passing, so what do we need to do? If everything goes according to plan, then we will be in a better position than we were today. And that is the plan. Get the ball rolling. If you like this poster right here, you can get it on my website. Support the girl. Thank you. I'm going to see a little Bible verse or something that goes with today for me. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Today, I am alone by myself, praying for the prevailing of myself and everybody around me, the collective of people who are watching my videos and on the same path as me. I want you to know that God sees us and we are on our way. I'm hearing that song from Shrek. I'm on my way. We're cruising. May have always been like, oh, I'm gonna start this. What you already are doing, there's some stuff that you're already doing that's already getting the ball rolling, and you just keep accumulating, and that's how it's supposed to be. Not overwhelming yourself all at once with everything, so that you are gonna get burnt out feeling. And if you're like me, you hate to even feel tired or burnt out. It makes you anxious. You're like, I gotta get to it. I made a plan. If you break up 2 years into 6 months, and 1 year run at the end, we end up breaking it up into little sections where you're doing or building or maintaining some sort of something. So let's say you want to get a FHA loan. You're trying to become a homeowner, get into the rental spaces. In different states that you may be, or different parts of the world, there might be different things that you have to achieve first to qualify for certain things. So we're basically making ourselves qualifiable. It's like, we don't want to be like, oh, I want this now and I'm gonna go see it. Oh, I don't qualify, oh, that's not for me then. No, we're going to qualify ourselves to put us in position. What do we need? We got 2 years. The first 6 months of this plan for me was to get accustomed to being abundant. I was never in the situation where money was coming easy to me. I feel like I was super grateful. I finally started to make a consistent amount of money, and it wasn't so entrepreneurial. It wasn't so dependent on how many t-shirts that I sell, how much food that I sell, how much what I got going on is providing for me, whether that be trading, investing, anything like that. I always was in the position where I felt like I gained all the knowledge. I really wanted to learn all these different things, but then didn't have the resources to go ahead and use the knowledge. But I knew that one day I would, right? So you shouldn't not be learning what other people are doing just because you might feel like you are not in the position, or you're not making enough money, or you don't have enough. Get the information and we'll run later. So get the information. How do you want to qualify for what you want to qualify for next? What's the next move? And then bam, we're qualifying ourselves. And in that 2 year span, God is going to build us, break us, mold us into the person that God needs us to be there at that 2 year. Okay, I'm talking a lot about this 2 year plan. If you're here, you may have been thinking about this 2 year plan. You may be in it, you maybe never even thought about a 2 year plan before, and now it's starting to make sense. It just started making sense for me, guys. 2 year plan before, I used to be like, ha, if I make 2 more years, what? Um, anyways, I made a video called Everything Has Become New, because it's like we're in a completely different mind space. And honestly, like, I feel like I'm getting hot right now. I feel like we're on fire. We are continuing to drive through. I'm gonna give you guys some things that are on my personal goals lists, so that you guys can, if you would like to know a couple things, or this might just be aligned with you, and we're basically trying to not feel so like it's so much that we end up not doing anything. So to break these things down, it's a lot of lists, a lot of paper, a lot of lists, but once we like I said, keep accumulating those good habits, it won't feel like, oh my god, all these lists. You'll be living the lists. You will not just be looking at them on a checklist, right? So you might be at the point right now where there's certain habits that you haven't picked up or you haven't dropped yet, and you're getting frustrated. You're wondering, will I ever be able to function in a different way that these habits are not affecting me? And you also wonder about the improvements and how great it will be if you actually do get these habits in your life. You're also thinking about how those bad habits that you have, the accumulation of those, is not doing you anything that you want it to, right? So we take all of these different stressful thoughts and we put it to work. I'm hearing that at the end of all of this accumulation, when you feel like the ball is rolling, you will be in a more comfortable spot. But that always have to push yourself out of the comfort zone, out of the comfort zone, out of the comfort zone. It's a nervous system overload sometimes, right? I think our brain will get more adjusted to these high stress situations when they are doing us good. The only high stress situations that we like think of are like us being under anxiety, stress, or trauma. But even high stress situations can be you getting out of your comfort zone, depending on your level of social anxiety, your level of panic, worry, stress. A lot of us have generational fear. A lot of us have different things that affect us in the back end. I don't know why I'm hearing back end of the brain, but I'm thinking of like a back office in a business. There's a lot of things that, you know, could really stress us out if we let it, right? And we feel those anxieties getting out of our comfort zone, but we were guided to do so, right? If you are feeling those anxieties and fears, but you are not the one guiding that, you may that might be significant to somebody. Those types of people that are always trying to like push the boundary a little bit, you get frustrated and then you freak out. You're burnt out. You might be like, what am I working on all of these goals for, if like you get distracted off of your path and people distract you. We are in a very spiritual world, and when you are accumulating, there's going to be spots where you're going to get stuck, but you must continue, because that's what makes it a 2 year plan. We're not going to be running perfectly for 2 years. Things are going to happen, and don't beat yourself up for those distractions. Things come in, things, lessons, because we're working on our 2 year plan for maybe our mental, maybe our physical, maybe our spiritual, but most of our 2 year plans are to accumulate some sort of earthly realm, which goes back to us trying to qualify for something in the earthly realm. They have put so many different qualifications on us. where not everybody can just go and do this from where we are from, right? So we have to put ourselves in position so that as the time passes, by that 10 month mark into that 1 year mark, I'm literally hearing that it will be like second nature, right? This was my three part thing. It was gonna be first 6 months to accumulate my routine, basically getting to work on time, basically eating enough, figuring out how, what everything's gonna look like depending on travel, depending on food, groceries, upkeep for ourselves, and basically what that was gonna look like. Because the whole 2 year plan is not gonna be super easy if you're trying to do something out of the box, right? Like a FHA loan might seem like, oh, there's a million people trying to do that. Okay, but look at our economy, and we might be a one person. You might have a partner, you might not have a partner, and you're sitting here like, I have to make it happen if there's people here or if there's no people here. So if you are here wondering how it's even going to be possible for you, I promise, do a little research, set up your qualifications, you're on the way. If you're watching this video, it's not here for no reason. God is like, you will be able to do this. No matter what, you got this. Okay? Because we have encountered people that have gotten super dumbed down, and they literally don't even believe, oh, I can make it through with this amount of money that I'm making, or that I don't qualify for that, so I'm not even gonna try. Don't be around those people for too long. Stay focused. As you guys can see, stay focused. You're gonna hear a lot of chit chat. You're gonna hear a lot of, oh, I can't even do that, I can't even do that. That has nothing to do with us. Literally, that has nothing to do with us. We know what we can do. We know what other people have done already, and why not us? Why not you? Why not you? Right? You are not bound by what the world tells you is enough or not, right? Say you are working and you only have $2,000, and you're like, how am I gonna afford a house with $2,000, right? And God is going to provide you with the setup to be able to get there and be okay. Now, the second part of the plan is going to be, so the 6 months is figuring out what even is everything gonna look like in this new routine that you're building for yourself. You get into grocery shopping, you get into hitting your protein intake, your water intake, your sleep schedule, your self-care schedule. That's already a lot. Alright, that's already a lot. We have friends, family, stuff like that. Figure out what's working for you, what's not working for you, so that the next 6 months, when you get into trying to lower debt or build credit, right? If we're trying to qualify for something and we need to have a credit score of over 600 for us to get a low interest rate on a loan, or qualify for that, we're gonna have to work on it over time. Now, I don't know what you guys know about credit or not. There's a lot of people that are doing credit repairs, and even resources online for you to go ahead and like go tweak your credit. So if that's something that's significant to you, if you are falling behind on any bills, anything like that, and it's giving you stress, but soon this will be cleared, it will be cleared. God will always provide for you what you need at the time, right? You may have needed to pay $100 on that credit card, but something more urgent came up and you missed that credit card. Do not be ashamed. Do not feel don't shame yourself. It's okay. You will get through this, okay? I'm getting goosebumps right now. I'm feeling that and I'm starting to shake again. I'm feeling that when you have so much knowledge on money and super educated on what you know is going on and what you need for these different things or for to pay your bills, and you can't go and confide in anybody about it, it's a great heavy weight. I'm sending you a virtual hug. I love you. That it's giving suffering in silence but still getting it done. Remove the shame. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. God needed you to spend that $100 on something else, and that's fine. Something that's coming up right now is saving, but this is gonna go into the last year run. So 6 months was adjusting to what this routine was gonna look like, and figuring that out. The next 6 months is going to be getting your debt to income ratio down, utilizing your credit cards below 40%. 30% is even better, but 40% with like all of your debt, total debt income, 30% on those credit cards, or stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So in 6 months you can, I feel like I'm not giving no financial advice right now. I'm not giving no financial advice. I'm telling you guys what my 2-year plan is looking like. Okay? Like what a realistic 2-year run in lower middle class America. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that there's even if we're all working and we're getting really really shitty money and it's putting us in that position, we have to use the shitty money as a tool. Yeah, until we use that 9 to 5 to fund the other businesses and continue to have cash flow come back to us in multiple ways, investments and skills, whatever have you, right? 6 months of just working on that so that I have more credit I can use. Like say I'm like, oh, I want a new camera, I'm gonna go buy that camera, but I don't have the cash for it right now. If I had the card paid below 30%, it's at 2% instead of being maxed out. You can go ahead and spend that 30% on something and then go pay that off that same month, but you can give yourself like 3 weeks, 4 weeks to pay that, right? Before that bill comes. So essentially setting ourselves up. I'm hearing that you are also utilizing the point systems, whether that be for traveling, whether that be for groceries, gas, just getting those little perks. If you are going to be spending money, points may be important to you. So that could be building credit, having my utilization down so that I have more freedom to do whatever with that in the case of an emergency, and build points on big purchases. Now the first year is up. The first year is up. Already a year passed and you already started getting the ball rolling. Now we have a year where you have bam found out what routine works for you, and you switch things up as you go. You find out how much you're scheduling your money with, your budget and everything, what your schedule is looking like and what your budget is looking like. You're getting your debt to income down, building credit at the same time. Point system, bam, you're in a good spot. That was 12 months. The 12 months passed already, and that's where you are going to get to. May God give it to us with ease. Okay? I'm hearing it's coming. I have that fear, but I feel it, right? You know? You can do it. Keep going. I don't know what's gonna happen. in the next year and 5 months. But we're going to keep at it. May God make this easy for you. May you get everything that you want in this life, that is for you. It's gonna be hard to keep the faith every single day. It's gonna be hard to keep showing up to that place for 2 years. And basically, I'm feeling a lot of you're like doing this, you cannot confide in other people about these financial things, but then you got people in your ear trying to like give you advice or say, oh hey, are you doing this? Oh, is that work? Oh, spending too much? Oh, da 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 da. People be in your business. I'm hearing those monitoring spirits of just like, oh, but you could have made smarter financial decisions. Oh, you wanted to treat yourself, but I thought you were trying to do this. Oh, you're taking yourself out to eat, but I thought you wanted to qualify. No, we're doing this in the most abundant way. I rebuke cheapskate, non-abundant energy. I rebuke it, and I'm not messing with it at all. I was starting to feel like a deep sense of frustration. Like when we're coming from survival mode, it's so frustrating that we even have to do all this sometimes. But you have the consciousness and the ability to work with the creator to create what you want for yourself, your family, your friends. And even if it's just you and you're doing all of this for you, I get it. Releasing that deep shame of not being perfect, of making mistakes, of having to problem solve and create plans and create these blueprints by yourself, not in any sort of environment where it's normal, you know. I don't often say don't talk about your plans with other people because I personally feel like I will not allow other people to even fuck up the plan. Like, other people have nothing to do with me. If I want to chit chat, I'll chit chat about it because I'm a manifester. I'm an alchemist because of my God. Thank you. You know, the universe is beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be part of the universe. But with that being said, when it comes to telling people about your plans, when they're going to sit there and be like, oh my God, you think you can do that? Yo, I've been at this job for 4 years and I did not even set myself up to qualify for that. So why do you think you could do it? Like, those are the type of people that you do not talk. You could get the inclination of that's how they're gonna respond, and then moving forward, you know, whatever. Because you could literally sit there and be like, hey, this exists, I want this, I'm on my way to it. And they'll be like, but I've been trying. But we have different levels of trying, different levels of capability, depending on what we really want, right? So inform the masses by you being excited for those things that you want. It's okay to open your mouth. It's okay. We end up over time becoming so strong to people's doubts that it doesn't even make sense that they're doubting. We're like, what are you even talking about? You don't want that too? But if people don't want to qualify themselves, if they don't care enough, you could talk till you're blue in the face. But if you know that you want to be qualified for something, then get yourself in order, right? And once they see that you have already achieved that, and then you're on to the next 2-year plan, maybe we'll be so happy, or not maybe, no, we're gonna be so happy that we did this for ourselves when we look back, because the time will pass. And I'm hearing that you may be in a place where you feel like, how could I ever have a 2-year plan? It doesn't make any sense. But now you're living in the 2-year plan. And then on top of that, when you finish this 2 years, God is going to go ahead and give you a 5-year plan, because God is like, I see your heart and I know that you're trying to work with me. You're trying to work with me for the betterment of the whole earth, the people, the vibration, right? And it doesn't just mean like, oh, I'm gonna have another list of stuff. No. What that 5-year plan means is that you want to be here, you want to continue to build, you want to live. And that's what those plans mean. I'm getting goosebumps. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you to all of those who came before me. Thank you to the person watching this video. If you are in my collective and you want to be more into the Elevate the Masses community, and we can connect and try to do something for our local communities, whatever, yeah. I feel scared to say like, oh, hit me up on it, because you know how the internet is wild. I want my people and I want my collective to do great things for the world. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. I love you. Goodbye.
Elevate the Masses. It's like,
What are you expecting from me?
describe my care for the world, or a manifestation of it.
I'm trying to get everything I